This Priory Church is dedicated to Saint Mary. The Priory Church on this site was first built in stone at about 1075 AD as commanded by Wihenoc, who was a cleric originally from Britanniae in France. However, the Priory Church has mostly been rebuilt since then. For hundreds of years there was a monastery here with this church, and that was led by priors, and the monks that worshipped God here followed the ways of Saint Benedict. Those are some of the other priory buildings. They are detached from the church building. When this priory site was built, it was located next to the large castle of Monmouth. Take a step back to episode 18 of this series for information on that castle. In medieval times, as well as a large castle next to this priory church was also protected by the defensive stone walls surrounding the town of Monmouth. In medieval times, Monmouth was in England, but it directly bordered Wales, Wales being on the other side of the River Monnow. That's the entrance we came in on. That's another entrance. Monmouth was in England for more than 1,000 years. It changed to being part of Wales in 1974 AD, partly because Monmouth had administration control over its nearby Welsh areas, and it was seen as okay to give Monmouth to be part of Wales. This is a fortified gate bridge that was directly built on the river border to protect England, but to also allow passage into and out of the Welsh marshes. One side of the gate was the start of the Welsh marshes, and the other side of the gate was the fortified English town of Monmouth. That's a third entrance. The tower is the oldest remaining part of this Priory Church building. The tower dates to the 14th century AD. The rest of this stone church was mostly rebuilt in 1882 AD. That's a fourth entrance. So there are 4 entrances in total to this site. A closer look at the other priory buildings. I'm not aware of the age of those current buildings, but I assume most parts of those buildings have been rebuilt at some point in history. a list of clergy people of this Priory Church going back to 1287 AD. Nice to see a Roman centurion represented within this church. Monmouth was the site of a Roman fort named Blestium nearly 2000 years ago. St. George, the patron saint of England, slaying the red dragon. The three golden lions. He is holding the arms banner of England. A fleur-de-lis, which represents the Normans who conquered England. Geoffrey of Monmouth. He wrote the Historia Regum Britanniae. That book is in Latin, but the content is supposed to be based on older texts that he translated from Welsh. Wihenoc. He was the cleric that commanded this Priory Church to be built. An angel suppressing a blue dragon.